Black Panther cool, Terrifier cool. I don't give a damn. It's Sunday morning. It's time to hit the damn theme music.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and in my annoying co-host that made me get up an hour earlier. Just kidding. I love you. Anyway, today it is another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we got two sequel movies. So therefore it's a double sequel, double sequel movie.
It's not like we do this one kind of often. Like it's not.
Well, I mean, there's so many sequels.
I know, it's
days.
ridiculous. Yeah. It's a lot.
So another sequel episode, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sequel to the sequel episode that we did of the other sequels back when we did that sequel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. All right. First, we're going to talk about the terrifying Art the Clown and Terrifier 2 featuring Lauren Lavera.
Marry that lawyer of yours. Get yourself knocked up right away and just tell people it was your choice. Be one of those fancy mamas with a bomb-ass Range Rover and a smoking hot trainer 3 times a week.
I don't have a smoking hot trainer 3 times a week.
I used to have a smoking hot trainer, but he left me. He was a good dude.
Sorry, pal.
And then playing Art the Clown himself, Mr. David Howard Thornton.
I've demonstrated that there is no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day.
That made you like David that guy more, right? Didn't you like David?
Yeah. Well, I guess he did a show called Nightwing on YouTube, and he plays Joker, and that's actually lines from Killing Joke, which is one of my favorite. I think. Where's my nearest painting? I got 1, 2, 3. Three paintings from that comic book on my wall. So anyway, also in this movie, where's the other one I did besides that guy?
Jenna
Canal. Yeah, there we go. I'm just trying to remember.
Something's coming.
What?
They're saying, don't think it. Don't say it. Don't say it, don't think 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 it.
Don't say or think what? The Bye-Bye Man.
That's from the Bye-Bye Man. Yeah, and you got one more person.
And then, the guy who surprised me in this one, Mr. the first ever AEW champion, Chris Jericho, baby.
All right. I guess I'll just have to have my own celebration, won't I? Since nobody else seems to be here. That's fine. I'm an only child. I got no problem celebrating by myself. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Cheap salami. That's what Chris Jericho gets. Bunch of crap. Look, olives. Look at this. Look. This olives are nothing in there. And you look at this one. There's a little guy in there. Can't even get proper olives, can you? What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly?
Yeah. That's some from AEW wrestling, right? Or is that AEW?
That's after he won the World Heavyweight Champion, and that little scene of little bit of the bubbly became one of the most top-selling not only T-shirts, but that champagne. He made his own champagne called A Little Bit of the Bubbly that sold out for 2 years straight.
Do you have it? Did you have it?
No, I don't, because it sold out for 2 years.
All right.
I do have a friend that has it though. A friend of mine actually has a
Do you
bottle.
bust it open, or you don't bust that open, right? You just leave it.
Oh yeah, it's already. It was drink and gone, man.
Okay. All right.
The dude has a collection of bottles of like all the celebrity alcohol.
Okay. Oh, so it's got like Bob Dylan's like bourbon or whatever too.
He's got like Slipknot's whiskey, The Rock's tequila. Like I can't remember all of them. Green Day had an alcohol at one time. All right, and that is for Terrifier 2. And then the second sequel of the day, of course, is the big one that everybody and their mother-in-law is talking about. And I can't wait to talk about this one because people have been saying some things, and I have an opinion on why people are saying.
You have opinions, yeah. I have opinions too, but you know, we'll talk about it.
You get no opinions whatsoever anymore. You have no opinions. And that is Black Panther Wakanda Forever, first starring the one, the only Letitia Wright.
Letitia Wright?
Letitia Wright. I'm sorry. I don't know.
And also, there's also Chadwick Boseman in this clip too. You give me,
yes, I tried to be very
respectful.
I wanted to give the respect to Mr. Chadwick.
So surprised my little sister came to see me off before our big day.
You wish. I'm here for the EMP beads. I've developed an update.
Update? No, it worked perfectly.
How many times do I have to teach you? Just because something works doesn't mean that it cannot be improved.
You are teaching me. What do you know?
More than you.
I can't wait to see what kind of update you make to your ceremonial outfit. Shuri!
Sorry, mother.
Yeah, Shuri. From
Shuri, man. I mean, yeah, dude, she is.
Black Panther, yeah.
Yes, it was adorable.
Do you want me to pronounce the next one?
Yeah, go for it, man. You get this one through.
Lupita Nyong'o.
I went to Master Shaw's plantation.
You admit it?
Yes, freely. And you know why? I got this from Mrs. Shaw. Mrs. Zups won't even grab me no soap to clean with. I stink so much I make myself gag. 500 pounds of cotton, day in, day out, more than any man here. And for that I will be clean. That's all I ask. This here, what I went to Shaw's for.
Yeah, that heartbreaking scene from 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, dude, that she won an Oscar for that.
Yeah. Right? I think she did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. She won an Oscar for that. Get some excitement in, man, dude. Get a fucking Red Bull or some shit, dude. Come on. You're like, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know what's interesting when I listen to a podcast?
What's
Someone
that?
saying, yeah.
Okay, all right, man. Like, yeah, she won an Oscar
man.
in 2013.
I've been to 3 concerts in 3 days, Chris. I should be dead. And look at my energy level.
In 2014, she won an Oscar for the 12 Years a Slave. That's the best performance of actress in supporting role.
Yeah.
So, cool,
yeah,
man.
I knew that.
Let's keep going.
Yee-hee!
Who else is in this movie, Val?
I can't remember who I sent you. Oh, is that Angela Bassett? I sent Angela Bassett next.
732, 732, the number of times we made love. I remember when that bastard told me he was counting right after 51. I'll show you. Fuck me for not leaving your ass there.
But the worst, all the fucking worst, making my kids go to a suit with only 2 other black children because you don't want them to be improperly influenced. Well, guess what, John? You're the motherfucking improper influence.
That's from Waiting to Exhale, and I don't know whether have you counted the times you had sex with your wife?
What?
Have you counted? She's like 732 times. Talking about how many times she's.
No, he's counted because he was an accountant.
Oh.
He's a numbers guy.
Oh, okay.
That's what he told her. Have you never seen Waiting for Exhale?
Well, it's been fucking years since I've seen it. Waiting to Exhale.
Oh man, that's like Oscar.
Okay.
That's an Oscar movie right
So
there.
I should
It should have been.
I should.
But
Okay.
they didn't give him anything because they hate people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, you're missing someone else too. You're missing one other person.
Last but not least,
yeah.
the greatest rapper of all times, Martin Freeman.
Hey, yo, GSC, LAPD, man.
Yeah, and?
Oh, man, you are one bad motherfucker, man.
I is feeling it.
Yeah, I'm so
You rocking it?
I'm feeling it.
I'm checking it.
I'm doing it.
I'm feeling it.
I'm kissing it.
I'm checking it.
Nice.
Wicked.
Follow me.
Wicked now, wicked now, wicked. We got the chicken, we like the chicken. We got the chicken, wicked. I'm rocking and I'm flicking. We got with the flicking, with the A to the L to the I to the G. Ali G, that's me, that's me. A to the L to the I to the G, that's G. That's me, that's me. R to the I to the C to the K to the Y. That's Ricky C. Ricky to the C to the C to the C. Ricky C. Ricky. Oh, wait a sec. I was going to be late for my class. Let's go.
Martin Freeman is, by the way, the Ali G show. Martin Freeman is really good at beatboxing.
I mean, he was then. He I saw an episode of the Graham Norton show where they played that for him, and he's like, "Yeah, I could do it then."
Okay.
he's like, but you know, I'm an actor, so you can do whatever if they ask you.
Yeah, I heard when I heard that, I'm like, that's pretty good, like just for someone who just does it. I mean, I've heard amazing ones, but I was like, that's real. Like, I would imagine that would take practice, to do that. Yeah. Here's the deal, man. You had to get to the microphone. He was doing it free-handed, no microphone.
I can do it free-handed too.
Okay, fair enough.
There's years I used to beatbox. I mean, literally, for years I would change my voice and do whatever I wanted. You don't think I know how to go?
I think Martin Freeman did better, to be honest.
I mean, he had practice and I didn't. That was off the whim. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us on moviesonsuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesonsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. You can find us at bonfire.com. Search Movies Don't Suck and some that do. We're on YouTube. We would subscribe. We're on Facebook. We like the page. And Patreon.com/moviesonsuck. Email us at moviesonsuck@podcast@gmail.com or info@moviesonsuck.net. And wherever you find podcasts, you can find Movies Don't Suck and some they do.
Oh, man. And if you got a small business, we like to advertise you. We like to put you out there. If you send us your information, we'll be more than happy to do this. Some people do, some people don't. This one is one that didn't, but I went there last night, so I'm going to advertise them because they got me with the hookup. And that is the Tavern in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Tavern is at 201 North Main Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, a modern neighborhood pub featuring world-class wines, craft cocktails, artisan beer, and upscale tavern delights. Now, my favorite part is because it's a pub. I love pubs. Pubs are my thing.
You're a pub guy.
I kind of go to pubs. I hang out at pubs. I kill people at pubs. I bury bodies behind pubs.
We talked about Pardon a Pub in the movie last week. The Banshees of Inisherin, but there's a pub now.
Yeah. I'm all about the pubbies. But last night we went there and see this place right here. They make their own buns and all that stuff. Literally, after the concert last night, had a burger. It was like, I guess it's half off after 10 o'clock. Literally awesome. Had it with a Guinness. Had a great time. It was good food. They have everything from all the fixings of good old style, that's fish and chips, old school pub food. So if you get your way down to Tulsa, Oklahoma, go to the Tavern. It's right downtown in the Arts hiccups. It's right downtown in the Art District, right down the road from Cain's, Tulsa Theater. It's literally right there in the mix of everything. Look it up. You can look it up at Tavern Tulsa, Facebook.com/Tavern Tulsa or TavernTulsa.com.
Did you go to Whittier Bar on Wednesday to see Jeff Lewis? Did you go to the Whittier Bar on Wednesday to see Jeff Lewis?
Jeff Lewis.
Yeah, he played Town. I like my favorite artist came through your place. I messaged you about it. He played Whittier Bar on Wednesday.
Oh, what did I do Wednesday? Wednesday, I was working a lighting. It was a Christmas tree lighting, the downtown lighting in Broken Arrow.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
I've worked 3 Christmas town lightings now.
Are you tired of it?
I've worked. I got to go to one tonight too. Then I worked last night. I did Pucifer, one of the greatest bands of all time. If you never listen to Pucifer, then you don't know what you're missing. They're completely different than Tool and
like
Perfect
Tool.
Circle.
Sound nothing like you. They sound nothing like either of those bands.
Yeah.
Which
was weird because half the band is from those bands.
Yeah.
And then the night before, I saw a 71-year-old man shake his thing, get on his boogie shoes. Oh, but it ain't you.
Who was it?
Huh?
Who wasn't?
Huh?
Who did you see? His boogie?
Oh, Jason even replied, no, he didn't go because he was at that show.
Okay.
Anyway, Casey and the Sunshine Band. You don't know Casey and the Sunshine Band?
Wait, Jason was where?
At that show that you said about.
Jason.
He's already gone.
Okay.
He took off already. But yeah, he was at the show. He's a local photographer.
Okay. Well, I fucking love Jeff Lewis, dude. So I was jealous.
Yeah.
I was fucking jealous. I wish I was there because I would have been like, you got the lighting, I'm gonna see Jeff Lewis. But all right, man. Let's get into the movies. Let's fucking do it.
Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah, I want to talk to Terrifier too.
You have no energy. You feel like you have no energy today.
I do. I've been drained all weekend.
I feed off the energy, bro, and you're not giving me any.
Oh, are you like Pennywise the Clown? You feed off fear?
Yes, but I feed off energy instead, bro. That's why I surround myself with good people because they have good energy, and it makes me feel good in the world.
I got you. See, Hugo's giving off energy too. I don't know if you heard that. But
is he farting?
No, I mean as in like woof woof. You hear that?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hugo. All right.
Let's do this.
Terrifier.
Terrifier 2, directed by Damien Leone. You guys might know because he directed the fucking first Terrifier. And also he is also pretty good. He does special effects and makeup. That's his bread and butter before he was director writer. He also did All Hallows Eve, Frankenstein vs. the Mummy, and this is this sequel to Terrifier. This stars. Fuck, dude, I'm so sorry. This stars Lauren Levera.
Are you okay, bro?
Yeah,
Are you
good.
dying?
Yeah,
Are you dying over there?
I'm close. Lauren Levera as Sienna.
Marry that lawyer of yours.
Also, David Howard Thornton is Art the Clown.
I've demonstrated that there is no difference between me and everyone else.
Jenna Kennell as Tara Hayes.
All right.
Oh,
Something's coming.
there we go.
What? They're saying, don't think it.
Also, Chris Jericho as Burke.
All right. I guess I'll just have to have my own celebration, won't I?
Also, stars Catherine Corkin as Dawn, Samantha Scafidi as Victoria, and Casey Hartnett as Allie, and Katie McGuire as Monica Brown. Why don't you read the storyline for Terrifier 2?
In Miles County, Art the Clown is mysteriously revived in the morgue and kills the coroner. In the beginning of his crime spree in the Hollywood night, the teenager Sienna and her brothers, Jonathan, are hunted down by Art and his partner, the little pale girl.
So, you see the first Terrifier? I watched it again for the first.
Yes, I watched them both this week.
Yeah. This is So I like which one did you like more? The first or the second? This new one?
The first one was too short for me, man. I needed almost 3 hours of pure fucking gore in my life. I didn't know I did. I didn't know I needed it, Chris, but I got it. I was happy.
If you guys never seen Terrifier before or don't even know what it is a ultra violent splatter film. Akin to those.
It is so much violence.
Yeah, and it's depraved, and man, I still can't get that first scene out of the first one where the girl was hung upside. I'm not gonna give it away, but she was hung upside down.
Oh, yeah, dude. It was sexy. It was so sexy.
I was eating and I was like, fuck, I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, you can't eat anymore because it's bad. It's so good. It's bad.
So we'll talk about Terrifier 2 though. This one is head and shoulders better than the first one, right?
Right. Because here they developed an actual story.
Yeah.
More than, a gore fest. And by any means, Terrifier 1, it is a gore fest. This one goes toe to toe with the way that this movie was, or the first one was, and plus it gets a nice little story.
Yeah.
And plus, guess who says this is the awesome movie?
Oh yeah, Stephen King, of course.
Stephen King gave it a shout out saying Terrifier 2 grossing you out old school.
Yeah, and I know people have probably heard news reports or blurbs about how people passed out and vomited to Terrifier 2. I mean, me and Neil, we didn't pass out and vomit.
What?
Did you pass out and vomit while watching this movie?
What did you say?
Okay, all right, there we go.
The movie was reportedly so violent and gore, people were vomiting and fainting inside theaters. Some instances even had the ambulances called.
Which is if you're a movie, that's the kind of press you want.
That's exactly the press
you
want.
So Terrifier 2 is ultra violent. It's good though. It's a good movie. It's better than the first one. Like you said, story. First one, guys, doesn't really have a story. It's pretty straightforward what it's about. Like you get it within the first 5 minutes. This one sort of unfolds a little bit better. Even though I'd still like a little bit more of the origin. So Art the Clown is now going to be that dude that he's a scary movie monster. People know he is. But I'd like a little bit more lore regarding him and the new person that he has with him.
Yeah, the little pale girl.
Yeah.
I was just like following around everywhere. It was awesome. Man, he killed some people in brutal fucking ways. I mean, one person got like their head just caved in to the point where it was just like, what the fuck did I just see?
I want to mention, dude, like we did play.
There's so many, like he ripped out somebody's heart. There was one scene where I swear it looked like he was gonna skull fuck someone. Like it was so crazy.
I think someone's dick got chopped off too. I think that happened
insane.
Too. Yeah. So I also mentioned that we played a clip for David Howard Thornton, but he doesn't speak at all.
They did chop off a penis. There was a penis that was completely taken off.
Yeah. We did play a clip for the David Howard Thornton.
He's a mime. He's a meme. Mime.
But
he doesn't talk. I know it was hard for me to find something.
Yeah. You found a good one though. I thought that was a very Neil clip. It's like this is a very Neil thing to have. But like we said, to me this is better than the first one. It really is. If you like gore, this is your fucking bread and butter. This is what you want to see if you're a gore guy.
Well, I mean, this is now the 4th movie Art the Clown has been in.
Yeah.
So, like, literally, if you don't know what Art the Clown is at this point, I think it's just because you don't know this kind of genre. I mean, he was in, he had a short that he was in.
Yeah.
Then there was another movie that he did was like Halloween little sequences. It was, what was the name of it? I'm trying to remember.
Terrifier and Terrifier, the first 2 movies that are full length, they're totally based on Art the Clown. But he's been in a couple other ones. All been done by Damien Leone, who was a crazy man. He was in the All Hallows Eve, and then the Terrifier short.
All Hallows Eve, that's it. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah, All Hallows Eve was the other one. And man,
what the fuck, right? Yeah, what the fuck? Like, there's a lot of stuff in this. All of it's fucking super gory. Like I was shocked. I mean, the first one was shocking how much gore there was to it, and also this one, comparable if not worse than the gore in the second one, or in the first one.
Right, and I mean,
I want to mention. Did you think Lauren LeVere was she supposed to be 17 because she looked 31 in this movie.
She looked 31.
Yeah.
Shut up. That's so rude, dude. You look 75.
I know that's fine though. I'm just saying. Like
you look 75 since you're 18 though, so it's fine. I guess
I still get asked for my fucking IDs.
You can be an ageist. You can be an ageist.
It's fucking irritating. I can still ask for my ID, and it's fucking irritating.
No, don't, dude.
No
one asks for your ID.
When I wear my hat, I do.
Don't lie to people.
When I wear a
out
hat,
there.
I do.
Nobody asks.
When I wear a hat, I
asked for your ID since you're like 15.
No, dude. The last time I asked for ID,
you're obviously 100.
When I wear a hat that asks for ID, when I shave they ask for my ID, it's ridiculous. But they stopped asking for it ever since I hadn't worn a hat, and like, oh, he's going bald. He's not 19 years old or 20. But man,
I don't know, man. I know people that went bald when they're like 14.
You met people that are going bald at 14?
Yeah, dude, like all the time. Like back home, like I had a couple of friends. It happens, man.
Those poor motherfuckers.
Not everybody gets hair, man. Not everybody gets to have beautiful hair like me.
Yeah, well, I'm fine. But yeah, man, Terrifier 2, man. It's gory. It's I don't know if I'd call it. I mean, I guess some people would be scared. It does have great suspense. That's like what sets this apart from other splatter films. The suspense in this is when it, like akin to Halloween. You know, like the gore is different, but the sense in this is really masterfully done. And Damien Leone, he knows how to make a fucking movie, and so he made Terrifier 2, and I'm glad it exists.
Dude, I am super glad it exists. There is so much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being the Terrifier of the Carnival G's. Like literally, this movie was just gory. There's blood. There's, I mean, the acting is B-movie acting. Let's just be very honest about that. There's no acting in this movie that's going to make you think, man, this needs an Oscar. Even though the people who created this film decided, you know what? They submitted it to the Oscar board. They are the Academy. They did it literally. So everyone in the Academy has to watch this movie.
Yeah, submit it for your consideration.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money that cost them. That I love every moment.
What is nominated for best makeup, dude?
Huh?
What if it's nominated for best makeup?
No, that'd be awesome. I mean, it could easily.
Here's a bucket of blood, and yeah, like that.
Here's a bucket of blood.
Yeah, that scene at the dinner table, dude. Fucking A.
Dude, she was born in 1999. She's only like 23 years old.
Oh well, I'm fucking wrong. Warren Rivera.
Like that's the whole thing I've been looking for ever since you said she looks like she's 30. I think that's like so effed up. You said that. Anyway,
Wait, no, hold on. You said she was 29 years old?
No, 23.
Okay, they said 29. I'm like, that's practically.
No, she was born in 99.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, she's one of those people that doesn't remember 2001, 9/11, which is like a formative thing.
I'm sure she does because it's beating her head. But anyway.
Like everyone, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's read some quotes and move on because you're just being evil today.
I'm gonna close the
story. I can't believe you say that about a woman, dude. She looks old. Go tell your wife.
No. I was talking about like because she was in high school in this, and I'm like, that's like.
Yeah, but she was obviously a senior.
Okay. I would have accepted college. I would have been like, yeah, she's college age, but I'm like,
you know how many 30-year-olds played high schoolers?
Yeah, I know. And but my favorite thing is they were at the
Mueller was like damn near 30. Everybody in that was like over 30 years old.
Here's what I meant to bring up. At the school, there's a scene where they're looking at Sienna, and they're like, "What are you looking at?" And the guy has a full ass beard, and I'm like, I cannot name anyone in high school that was able to grow a full ass beard. Like maybe it's different now, but that was like
no. I had plenty of friends that had full ass beards.
I was like, look at this dude. He looks like he's just got back from Pearl Jam concert or whatever. So I was a bit confused by that. But other than that,
yeah, that shows your age right there. Hey, this guy just got back from a band from 30 years ago.
They're still popular. I mean, people still like Pearl Jam.
No, they're not.
They can
by 30-year-olds, by people are in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah, that's
not
one.
teenagers.
I was just saying, like they can still fill theaters, right? Now it's just picking someone who's older. Go ahead. I gotta close the door.
Yeah.
Get the quotes.
Sir, are you still with me? He wants to dress up as a real killer. Mom, do you ever wonder about Jonathan? Stop on by the clown cafe. Food's a little funny at the clown cafe. Will you feed this man? He's not invisible. For a guy who doesn't speak, he says a lot. All the way from Mile County, Art the Clown.
Woo, yeah. Woo, yeah.
That's funny. I wonder how it did properly. The cafeteria. Oh, I wonder how it died. Well, it looks like the cafeteria's meatloaf. What's wrong? Maggots need love too.
Yeah, that's true.
I have seen pictures, but what I've heard in looks like the inside of my coochie. Please stop. Please. Get the hell out of here before I fuck you up. Oh, man, there will be hundreds of douchebags out there dressed like him.
You know?
What?
Or are you going to be that dude for Halloween next year?
No, maybe. Just don't be surprised if a bunch of people get killed tonight. Now you believe him? Now? Yesterday you thought he was the fucking Zodiac killer.
Like Ted Cruz, is a Zodiac killer.
They're coming for you, Barbara. They're coming for you. Barbara. Right?
Yeah, rest in peace,
Did you
Barbara.
get that?
Yeah.
The night of the Living Dead was in the background.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. Your tits are popping out. This shit is just a reminder. Get this out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Never call your mother while you're rolling on Molly. I think that's good advice.
I forgot to mention this from the notes that I took. My favorite part of this movie is probably that song in the dream sequence with the restaurant.
Yeah.
I made sure to write that down when I was looking at my notes over here.
I have to go pee. Do you want to hold it?
Yeah, I can hold it for you.
All right. And please tell me this, pumpkin spice. Not a chance in hell. There you go.
Boom. Chris Jericho, what his character was he in the orderly at the end of it? Is his character?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This movie is wild. If you guys want to have it, it's 2 hours 18 minutes. So keep that in mind when you come into this. It's a long fucking movie, especially for a splatter film like this.
Yeah, and definitely just at the beginning, that's when you drop the acid and just go on that roller coaster. I would love to see what that. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like something.
Sounds like it might encourage a bad trip. You know what I mean? You'll be crying in the middle of it.
I mean, we might get some bath salt shit going on with that. You know what I'm saying?
People's faces and stuff like that. But yeah, I like Terrifier too, man. It's better than the first one for sure. Like head and shoulders above, because it just had more of a story holding it together, in my opinion. I guess I would have liked a little bit more lore on this, but it's not important because that's not what the movie's about. The movie's about seeing people get their heads split open. So,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can say, but it's a B movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's gory. It is what it is.
Gory.
So what's your score on this?
My score on this is like probably a 3.9.
Nice. You gave a pretty good score for a B movie, man. Way to go.
I like B movies. What's your score on this?
I would have to agree, man. I quite enjoyed it. 3.9. I'm right on the same button with you because I don't want to give it a 4.
Yeah, I can't either. I
can't give it a 4. I can't.
But you would rewatch this for sure. I bet.
Oh, dude, yeah, like tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What do you think the audience score for this movie is? It also has audience says so.
The audience score is going to be 48%.
80%. 80.
80?
Yeah, 80. The audience says, hardcore slasher fans may wonder why Terrifier's 2 gore is so heavily hyped, but they'll also enjoy the old school horror and Art the Clown's second act. Now, what's the big bad mean critic score for Terrifier 2?
38%. I don't know. I have no faith in them.
85%.
85%?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Critic consensus is Terrifier 2 outdoes the original in every way, which makes it bad news for the squeamish, but a bloody good time for genre enthusiasts. And you and I are genre enthusiasts, so Terrifier 2. You can watch it on Screenbox, or I think it's still playing in some theaters. Did you catch it on Screenbox?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. That's how I watched it.
That's a pretty neat little service, dude. I was like,
I didn't pay for it. I just did the free sign up.
I did too.
Oh,
you did? Okay. Well, I didn't pay for it. I did the free trial. I'm like, it doesn't rival Shudder
right
yet.
away. I still have it.
Yeah, it still doesn't rival Shudder, but it's getting there. So, because I think me and Leah every Saturday we pick something.
Every Saturday when you're naked.
Yeah, we pick something from Shudder and we watch it. But
you get naked a lot, don't you?
Not too much. Especially not
I
this
get
weekend.
naked.
I mean,
I'm naked now.
When you wonder why they kick us off YouTube.
People can't hear us. People can't. Nobody's paying attention to us right now. But you know what time it is, Chris?
It's time for news.
This is the movies that don't suck and some of them news. I'm going to tell Chris a bunch of stories that is from the World Wide Web. He's going to act like he's never heard them because he doesn't know how to use anything above the technology of a typewriter.
That's true. You're not wrong. When I was in high school, everyone thought I was a hacker. I'm like, I don't know shit about computers.
Like, did they really thought you're a hacker?
Yeah, they're like, Chris, you hacking? Yeah, I was like, what is? No, I can print this. Maybe.
No, you're like, I am so not a hacker, bro.
The only thing
I know how to hack on you.
I had such a hard time even putting this shit out. Like when I first started doing podcasts, I was like, it's like, what do I do? But I figured.
What do I do? How do I do stuff? All right,
yeah, I figured.
Let's get into it, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so here it is. Big story of the week. One of everybody's favorite characters from Adam Sandler's movies has returned. Yes, that's right. This past week on AEW, the one, the only Captain Insano from Waterboy has returned. If you guys don't know, Paul White, aka the Big Show from WWE, is now in AEW. He bought the rights to the Captain Insano gimmick and trademarked it. And they made a music video with two rapper wrestlers named The Acclaim. And he does the Captain Insano character in the music video. It is hilarious. I tell you guys, go watch it.
Captain Insano shows no mercy. But,
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
God, dude.
Captain Insano says no mercy.
Poke me in the eye.
So that's for all y'all out there that didn't know. Anyway, Rian Johnson says he is in the early stages already of writing Knives Out 3.
If it's as good as we're seeing Glass Onion maybe next week if we're lucky. We'll be able to see.
Yeah.
We're also seeing the main.
I think it's out now, isn't it?
It's in theaters starting Thursday. So starting next week.
Okay, definitely can't do it then. But anyway, but yeah, Glass Onion is out to theaters coming up next week,
and then it's gone.
Also on top of it, now they're already excited because this guy has already stated that he will do these until they are no longer a good thing. When it gets to the point where, hey, I'm not gonna want to do this movie anymore because now it just seems like work. We can't do anything surprising. Boom, they're gonna move on, and that's gonna be it.
Okay.
Indiana Jones.
Did you see the teaser?
What? Go ahead.
You saw the teaser for Indy 5, right?
No, I don't watch previews and teasers until I watch them 100 times. Like, I don't want things ruined until I watch it. Then I'll go back and I'll ruin the fuck out of everything for myself.
But you send me fucking trailers for stuff all the time.
Yeah, because you like that shit. Anyway.
No, I don't. I do it because you're like, we're talking about the show and we never do. So...
Yeah. I watch teasers. I don't watch trailers full length. Anyway, continuing on. Indiana Jones will find Harrison Ford adventuring in the new Indiana Jones will find Harrison Ford adventuring visiting the 1960s New York City.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is
you ready for that? I'm ready for that. It's Indiana Jones, dude.
He dropped some acid.
It's Indiana Jones. Yeah. The greatest adventure of all time.
He's the best. I mean, it doesn't get better than you.
I mean, better than Bond, better than, better than Batman, better than, you think he's Superman.
Better than Batman and Superman?
Dude, it's Indiana Jones.
Okay. I'm with you on that.
It actually means, I mean, Batman, in every movie kills people, so they don't even go by the Batman.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, Batman kills, and it's like, no, I'm pretty sure that's the number one rule of Batman is not to kill people.
Indiana Jones killed a few
keep
Nazis.
making those movies, Christopher Nolan. Anyway,
Indiana Jones killed a few Nazis in his time.
Yeah, he's supposed to. He's Indiana fucking bro. Yeah. All right. Anyway, Channing Tatum is to star in Red Shirt, a James Bond-esque action movie from Deadpool 2 director David Leitch. So,
cool.
Yay. The plot is currently unknown. The title's Red Shirt could provide some clues. The term Red Shirt tends to refer to who dies soon after being introduced, like the red shirts from Star Trek.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
But it's Channing Tatum. Do you think he'll?
I don't know. Has he carried a movie just by himself yet? I mean, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying most of the time he's a part of a dynamic duo.
Did he do the first G.I. Joe?
Was he? I don't know if he was in there.
Did he do the first G.I. Joe?
I thought The Rock was.
Yeah, I think the first G.I. Joe.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right, due to salaries, money, and all that, are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
The most expensive movie ever to make now is Fast 10.
It's most expensive movie ever. Fast 10. Huh.
At this point right now, it is at a budget of $340 million.
They could feel like everyone in America for that, or at least feel a lot of people in Africa the same amount of money. But I mean, that's a lot of money. Fast 10.
There's only several movies that are more expensive than it is four. There is three of them that are more expensive. Avengers Endgame for $350 million. Avengers Age of Ultron, which was $386 million. And the most expensive movie right now at the top spot is Pirates of the Caribbean on Strange Tides, which takes a spot at $422 million.
Fuck. I'm wondering how much Avatar 2 cost.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. I'm wondering how much
I don't care.
Yeah. We gotta see it though for the show though, right?
Like $5.
We gotta see it for the show, Avatar 2.
I know we gotta see it for the damn show.
What if we end up liking that movie?
About it.
What if we end up liking it? We're like, we like Avatar 2.
And then I like it, and then I'll be okay with it. But right now, at this point, I'm not happy. The sequel, how many years is this now? Like 40 years?
Yeah.
When was the first one came out?
I want to say
1990.
I want to say like 2012.
Like, seriously, dude.
When did the first one come out? Like I'm just wondering who's.
You did something that was on the. He did something that was like so creatively awesome.
2009.
And then he can't even back it up after.
2009 is when it came out. That's like, and I was like, who gives a fuck about Avatar anymore?
Ago.
And I remember it was nominated for Best Picture. I'm like, how's that possible? It was okay. It was Ferngully. That's what it was, like Ferngully.
Ferngully.
The last name.
It was the last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
Disney's new movie Strange World is featuring a gay protagonist as the main star for the first time ever. So
but
I guess China won't show this movie.
And Tucker Carlson's losing his Ben Shapiro losing their fucking mind over it. Like it's just, I'm like, God damn, sometimes I hate Republicans, and and that's because of this shit.
I just don't like people that are against anybody of any kind of. I mean, come on, they're gay. They're not. Whatever.
They're not fucking on screen. How does it affect you at all? Yeah. So.
Yeah. just a gay boy gonna be going through the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I know we're gonna hear a lot about that stinking uproar.
Yeah, maybe. I hope we don't hear a lot about it. Honestly, I hope everyone likes Strange World. And I'm looking forward to Strange World too. I'm sure you are too. Strange World. Sounds cool. Comes out this week. Yeah. We'll watch it Disney Plus if you want to do that in the menu. So, maybe.
John Carpenter movie that's getting a reboot.
Oh, yeah. Can I guess it?
Yeah.
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York is now finally going forward with from Radio Silence. Radio Silence is a group that consists of Matt Jean Alplin, Chad Villa, and Taylor Gillett, the team behind the Scream franchise for Paramount. With the trio having complete work on the next installment of 6, the possibility is that their next movie is Escape from New York.
My opinion on this is to not fuck it up. Don't do it. Don't reboot it. John Carpenter did a great job. Let John Carpenter's work standalone. It's like when Rob Zombie rebooted Halloween. It was okay, but it wasn't John Carpenter's Halloween. So I don't need a Escape from New York reboot or remake. I just want John Carpenter's Snake Plissken.
I do, because I want the series.
Oh,
I want the series.
Okay.
I don't want just like the 1-2 movie. I want a freaking Netflix special. I want a freaking.
You want to see Chicago, Escape from Tampa, Escape from Austin? You want all those?
Well, I mean, they can extend things out when you got them in a show platform.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, Escape from New York is an awesome. The whole universe. You could examine that universe all to hell. Talking about a universe that we can examine all to hell, The Princess Diaries. Number 3, a new sequel to The Princess Diaries in the work with Disney, looking to get Anne Hathaway on board. She hasn't agreed yet, but they are trying.
I feel like they saw the trailer for Disenchanted, and they're like, "Oh, we need to see him make another Disney property, a third one, 20 years after the original."
Oh man,
are we talking about Disenchanted? Are we doing that? Like it's out, I think, right? Disenchanted, isn't that out now?
Dude, I have no idea what movies we're doing right now.
Okay, I'll send you a message.
I wasn't supposed to go live until 5 minutes from now. Anyway, Bradley Cooper takes the lead role in Steven Spielberg's Built remake. If you don't know what that is, that's based on the classic Steve McQueen character of Frank Built. Bradley Cooper will team up with Steven Spielberg for an original new Built story. So it's not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like Confess Fletch, where it's a different story. They just put a new guy in the role.
Yeah.
And that's okay, people. That can happen. We can do that. It's okay. It's not a reboot. It's not a re-imaging. It's just the next one in the line. This one I'm really confused about because I'm afraid that it might be a mockery more than a comedy, and I don't like people mocking this person, and I don't know how fucking pissed I might be about this.
Who are they mocking?
But Owen Wilson is making a movie called Paint.
Okay.
And it channels the most famous painter of our time.
There's a ton.
The most famous painter of our time. Who's the most famous painter of our time?
I mean, of our time, or of all time.
Our time, our age, while we're on this planet. Who was alive during while we were alive?
A lot of people, man.
Literally,
just name who it is. Don't make me guess.
Come on, you don't know the number one painter?
No.
Of all
you're talking about Banksy?
Of our genre.
Are you talking about Banksy?
Huh?
You talking about Banksy?
No.
Who?
No.
Who?
He is by far not as popular as this dude. Not even close.
Okay. Oh, who is the dude? Just tell me.
Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross. So they're doing a Bob Ross movie. Okay.
Yeah, let me read you here's the print.
Okay.
Paint follows Carl Nigel, Vermont's #1 public television, who is convinced he has it all, a signature perm, custom van, and fans hanging on his every stroke until a younger, better artist steals everything and everyone Carl loves.
Well, they could be using the Bob Ross. I don't think they're fucking over Bob Ross. I think it's just a parody.
Yeah, I just hope I just hope they aren't. I just hope they aren't. Also in the film with Owen Wilson is Michelle Watkins from Casual, Wendy McLeod Covey from Reno 911, Sierra Renee from Legends of Tomorrow, Lucy Stretz from Search Party, Stephen Root from Barry, and Lucy Frere.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll watch it all day, I guess.
You're like maybe.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah, guys, just so you know that Bob Ross had some tragic shit happen to him, and if you watch the documentary, it'll make you pissed off to what happened to him. So Neil's a little sensitive about that.
I don't like those people.
Yeah.
Anyway. So Pirates of the Caribbean with Margot Robbie has been completely scrapped.
I guess it's not happening.
Yes, we had an idea and we were developing it for a while, ages ago, to have more of a female lead, not totally female lead, but just a different kind of story, which we thought would have been really cool, but I guess that it just didn't work out.
Okay, I guess we're not.
And so everybody thinks the reason for this is because Johnny won.
JD, yeah. JD, yeah.
And so they want to bring back good old, you know,
Captain Jack himself, yeah.
Captain Jack Sparrow, mate. Keanu Reeves joins Jonah Hill's next movie, Outcome. So Jonah Hill, Keanu Reeves, I'm down.
Yeah, Jonah Hill, Keanu Reeves.
It has been written by both Jonah Hill.
It was written and directed by Jonah Hill, you said?
It has been written by both Jonah Hill and Ezra Woods and will be produced by Hillsong Baby Banner. Details of the plot are currently being kept under wraps, but simply knowing that Jonah will direct, Keanu Reeves should be more than enough to have both audience and bidders excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for both, yeah. I'm like,
Disney has now reached $3 billion.
On what thing?
The box office intake for 2022.
Oh, $3 billion? Great. Because
$3 billion because of Black Panther.
Okay.
Stranger Things 4 favorite character Joseph Quinn, aka Eddie Munst. He has now joined Quiet Place spinoff. So he will now be in the Quiet Place Day 1. Is the name of it.
Cool.
With the lady who that won the Oscar from the one that played Nakia in Black Panther.
Lupita Nyong'o?
Yeah, she's in it as well.
I love her.
So
I love her. So bring it on.
That doesn't have anything. It is written by that guy from The Office.
John
whatever
Krasinski.
his name is.
John Krasinski.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. That guy. David Harper to shoot his most two prominent projects at the same time. He's going to be doing Stranger Things 5 and Thunderbolts at the same time.
Thunderbolts?
So that is going to be intense for that guy. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Okay.
And your favorite movie is working on getting a sequel for sure. Jamie Lee Curtis talked about it. Lindsay Lohan agreed to it. And now they are in talks with Disney to shoot Freaky Friday 2.
Okay. Again, a movie that's like, what, 30 years ago? Like, it come out? Like, what is it, 25 years old maybe? How old do you think Freaky Friday is? The one with Lindsay Lohan. How old do you think it is?
2002.
Oh, are you sure?
Did it? Yeah, it said it right there in the article.
Oh, okay, it did. Okay. Neil's like, are you fucking deaf? Yeah. Clean the shit out of your ears, Chris.
Been drinking?
I actually have been drinking last night.
Red State 2.
Drunk, so yeah, Red State 2.
Red State. Do you remember Red State?
I loved Red State. I'm looking forward to Red State 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Red State 2 is being planned by director Kevin Smith. The good folks of Lion Gates who finance this fucking motion picture, they put out a Red State on DVD like years ago, and the deal lapsed. And the people that own Red State, the two financiers, weren't from the world of film. One was from the world of fashion. One was from a Canadian financer, not even in the world of film. So when Lionsgate reached out about renewing, they got no response back from the copyright holders. I could tell them as much as I wanted till I was blue in the face, like, no, renew it, but I didn't own it. They did. So it just fell into a spam folder and flew out of circulation. Because we did Clerks 3, we were talking to go the home video like, yeah, hey, man, how come you guys wouldn't re-up Red State with us? And he was like, they didn't say they still didn't get back to you? Goes, no, we've been trying for fucking years. So we will put it all together and shit's coming together now. It goes on and on and on. Because let's just be honest, Kevin Smith talks for fucking ever. Love him.
You saw
Silent
him.
Bob is not silent, people.
Yeah, but you have a picture with Kevin Smith. What was that? What was that like?
And even like, dude, it was only like 5 minutes because of everything that happened.
Yeah.
So he got behind.
Okay. But you said there's a story you can only tell in person.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and a story I can only tell in person. Like I can't tell it on the air.
Okay, fair enough.
He made it very clear not to do that.
Oh, not tell anyone. Okay, gotcha.
One of the, you got Mortal Kombat, right, Chris? You got Street Fighter, right?
Fight, yeah, right.
Right. Great movies, great fighting movies. Double Dragon. Right?
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
Streets of Rage, the movie from the John Wick creator, Derek Kolstad, it lands at Lionsgate. So they're doing a movie based on Street Rage.
Okay, so I like Street Rage growing up. If it's done by the guy who did John Wick, I'm all about it, honestly. If it's that way. So
it's a side scroller. How the hell do you make a side scroller movie?
They did Mario, they did fucking Sonic. I mean, like that's how you make a movie.
All right, last but not least. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Blumhouse is now combined with another production company.
Who? I want to know.
Jason Blum and James Wan are merging companies, Atomic Monster and Blumhouse. James, coming straight from the words, James is probably 70-80% artist and 30 to 20% business, and I am the reverse, said Blum. We really do complement each other. We're the yin to each other's yangs, which is part of what makes this exciting, said Wan. So
I'm excited, dude. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That means they're going to become, they're already a powerhouse.
Yeah. And if they can somebody movies as cheap as they did and make tons of money while doing it, man, I'm all about that. Blumhouse and James Wan come together, making this monster, this Frankenstein. Oh yeah, let's do it, dude. All about it. Like super excited.
Let's get naked.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Let's get in the tub, dude. You and I.
And that's it, Chris. We're done with the news. That was the movies that don't suck and some of them news. I told Chris a bunch of stuff. He acted like he cared, just like when he tried to tell me he loved me.
Black Panther 2. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther.
Wait a minute. Whoa. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, but yeah, change it. Yeah, fix it. Okay.
If we're gonna talk Black Panther, we got to be in Wakanda. Wakanda.
Okay, I want to see like a documentary about like if Wakanda were real, like what the day-to-day life is like. I want to see what their house looks like. Cause I see like cars and shit, and I'm trying to figure out like how they get around. I want like a more Wakanda. I want to see less like a compound in the middle and more the city of Wakanda. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. The Black Panther Wakanda Forever, directed and partly written by Ryan Coogler. You guys know him. He did Creed. He did Fruitvale Station, the first Black Panther from 2018, and now he's back for the sequel. And he did a good job. This stars Letitia Wright as Shuri.
So surprised my little sister came to see me off before our big day.
You wish. I'm here for the EMP beats. I've developed an update.
Also, this stars Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia.
I went to Master Shaw's plantation.
This also stars Angela Bassett as Ramonda. I'm sorry.
732.
Martin Freeman is Everett Ross.
Hey, yo, GSC LAPD, man.
Also, Denai Guri as Okoye. Yeah, Okoye.
Yeah, Okoye.
Winston Duke as M'Baku. Tinek Huerta as Namor. Also, Alex Livinell as Atuma. Mabel Cadena as Namora. Michael Coel as Anika. Or Michael Coel as Anika. And why don't you read the storyline for Black Panther Wakanda Forever?
Black Panther. Queen Ramada, Shiri, and M'Baka Okai and Dora fight to protect the kingdom of Wakanda from intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. As the Wakanda strive to embrace their next chapter, the heroes must band together with the help of War Dog Naki and Everett Rose and forge a new path for their nation.
So, real quick, is this straight from the comic books? This storyline from
that is a spoiler, you bitch, and that comes in the spoiler section at the end.
Oh, okay,
you can't do that.
Okay,
but anyway,
well, that's not a spoiler. Asking if it's from the comic books because
there are parts that are from the comic books and different comic books.
But King T'Challa never died in the comic books, right? Like T'Challa was always there. So
now there is a comic book where he is mortally wounded.
Okay.
And Shiri did take over.
Okay.
The Black Panther.
So here's the thing, guys. This is the first. Everyone knows that Chadwick Boseman sadly passed away. By the way, I thought they did a great job of honoring him,
paying homage to him.
Yeah, especially in the. I think. I don't want to give this. Give it away. The very beginning, they had that Marvel montage.
Yeah,
that was super touching.
Just like they did with Stan Lee.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. That's not really big of a spoiler.
So at the beginning, they have the Marvel thing, and all the photos were for Chadwick. Rest in peace. That was super touching me. It gave me goosebumps. So.
Oh yeah.
So when they send him off like this, this was a really tasteful way to do it.
Yeah, and a lot of people have even spoke up that, hey, why don't you just, recast the role and bring someone else and stuff like that, which 100% they could have done that, but they went this way instead. And, which is fine because they kind of combined a couple of stories together in comics to throw this movie together. There's things that I like about this movie, and there's things I did not like.
I have an interesting sort of take on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So the first Black Panther was such a huge hit, such a cultural touchstone. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. The first one was really good, and it was not for Best Picture, but I think it was not for Best Picture more for cultural impact than actual the movie itself. Like I said, I like Black Panther. It's a good movie, but I think both these movies are so separated from like intertwining Marvel stories. Like I know
you're saying that, but
but I'm saying for people who don't follow comic books and Marvel stuff, it's just as easy to follow these two movies than it is other ones. Like the Eternals says that shit at the end that I'm sure you will lose your mind over, but people who don't watch Marvel or superhero movies aren't familiar with, they're gonna be scratching their head. So Black Panther in this one especially are for people who don't watch those movies. Like they make it more accessible.
That is not a true statement, sir.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah. Okay, dude.
This movie set up 5 shows. 5 movies, 5 shows.
Right.
There are characters in this movie that didn't even need to be there. Because it's all introducing everything that's happening.
But you hear what I'm saying, dude. I'm saying that someone who's never seen a comic book movie can watch Black Panther or Black Panther Wakanda Forever and feel completely okay with it.
No.
Dude, this movie is like one of the biggest movies on the fucking planet right now. It's not like it's not made for you. It's made for fucking everyone.
No, I'm saying that there's too many like if you don't know who Iron Man is, then what does Ironheart mean to you?
I don't know what it means to me. But you're saying that someone who can walk into this blind, or is that what you're saying? Someone has to know all these other fucking movies to see these? Because
not all the other movies, but they need to know at least about 5 of them.
to see Black Panther in these movies, they show up
Do you mean
fucking.
Wakanda Forever, or do you mean Black Panther the original?
I mean both of them, because none of these people show up anywhere else. Like none of the Avengers
Black
are
Panther
even.
is in 5 movies, 6 movies, 6 movies altogether.
Are you counting animated ones?
No, I'm counting Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War, Black Panther, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It's 5.
So you said 6 movies, but
whatever.
Okay, thing is that these movies are made for everyone, and that's not a problem. I'm not saying anything bad about that. I'm just saying, to me, it relies less on the lore of previous movies than other ones. Like for example, Doctor Strange, that is lore heavy, and that's great. But this one, Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, they are more accessible for people when it comes to these the comic book stuff. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, except for the fact that you introduced like one of the first Avengers of all time finally, and like completely messed up his complete backstory.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. You have problems with Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, I got some major problems. Okay. You're just diving in like this is the best fucking movie ever.
I know. No,
like,
I'm not saying that.
It's not.
No, I was just explaining what I think the movie was made the way it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was made the way it was because they were all sad and they didn't want to deal with Chadwick Boseman's death. So they dealt with it the way they could via film and to try to get people to, go on that. Now, there are some issues, and the issues I'll talk more about in the spoiler section of when we do comic book movies. But this one, what the problem was is they tried to stuff too much stuff in this.
Yes, and it's still 2.5 hours long. So don't think like...
Yeah, it's still 2.5 hours long. Nothing had time to build. Like
I'm sorry, 2 hours 41 minutes on. This movie's fucking long as shit. And I really had to pee. So
yeah, like so the guy who plays Namor, is like literally when it gets to his story, they should have just had a Namor story and then these guys meet up,
Yeah.
Like I get why they changed everything in his background.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go into that about that in the spoilers. But the thing that I just thought there were so many characters that didn't even be needed, like Ironheart. What was her name? Riri.
Yeah. Why?
Why? You could have taken her directly out of this movie, would not have influenced or messed up anything. Literally, did not need to be there. But the rest of them, they did need to be there because it was telling their story. But like Ironheart, literally is getting her own Disney Plus series, like coming out in a couple of months. We're gonna learn everything about her there. So what was the point of this? And then they threw something in there and that they repeated like 4 or 5 times. So it was burnt in your brain. That's the name of this because that's the next, there's a Wakanda series coming out that hasn't been named yet. And believe me, I think 100% that is the name of the next series coming out. But acting in this movie was 100% awesome.
Yeah, great. Angela Bassett,
the main characters and all this. Winston Duke, Angela Bassett, Martin Freeman when he popped in.
And when Lupita put Nyong'o show up, I was like, thank you, finally. like she's so great.
The only like I didn't really like Nomar. I didn't like the guy who played him.
Didn't he kind of seem kind of wimpy? Like I didn't.
He did.
Yeah.
He did not seem like
menacing,
what I
right?
think.
He wasn't menacing.
Yeah, menacing. There we go. That's a great.
Yeah.
I just didn't like him. Like I don't think I liked his portrayal of the character, and that's just me. That's my opinion. People could say they love him. I like Nomar, and why did they put Ironheart in there? I don't understand that, but like literally, those are the two things I was kind of just like, okay, everything else I get. It's awesome. It's cute. Everybody's going great. And then
there's
great. The thing is, they didn't give any personality to any of the other. What do they call them? the
Atlantans, Talikans.
The Talikans, because they're originally. Well, we'll talk about that in a moment.
Okay,
but
the action in this is good. The special effects were cool. But like you said, like the only emotional part on this was when they dealt with T'Challa's death.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't really give a fuck about anyone else. Like, and I was like,
I mean, yeah, series, character of her, becoming, where she's at in her, in her storyline, she was good. But the thing is, I didn't like, because she kept on playing scenes with Nomar, and like it didn't, like, I knew they were supposed to be like, hey, we're like kind of the same, but we're different, but we're kind of the same.
There's some stuff we'll talk about that is actually in the movie that did surprise me, but that's in the spoiler section, which we should probably get to.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Okay.
All right, let's read some quotes really quick. Like, they have lost their protector. Now it is our time to strike. If I sit and think of my brother too long, it won't be the clothes I burn, but the world and everyone in it. Is it me, or does this keep getting uglier? To be young. I can't even read it. Movie theater. Maybe I'll stop by sometime and jump on your playing a tin. I am the Dinkin of the most powerful. I am the queen of the most powerful nation, and my entire family is gone. There's another world of power at play. Oh, there's another world power at play. Sorry, again, Dark Theater. You're still Wakanda, and death is not the end. You'll stop having block parties when I get kidnapped. I was a mutant growing up, which is one of the first times they've said mutant.
Oh, so they're gonna start me throwing a little bit of X-Men in there, right?
Because they own Fox now. I need to know if Wakanda is an ally or enemy. There is no other choice. I was blinded by hope. Bury your dead and mourn your losses. The world has taken too much from you to be considered a child anymore. Shouldn't we be burning incense or something like that? Are you going to be noble like your brother, or take care of business like me? I got another page.
Okay.
If you go to war for revenge, it will be your loss. What's wrong? Do you need a glass of water? Colonizers in chains. Now I'll see that any day. Go for it.
Okay, so what's your score on this?
3.7, man. There's a conflict of characters there for a moment that I'm just like, I don't know.
Mine was just because it was so fucking long and not that good. It was okay. It was fine, but it was just so long and like you have this really great first movie, and this one just sort of monkeys up with all the shit they're trying to stuff in there. You know what I mean? Like the first one was kind of.
Yeah, I get they're trying to introduce all these characters and stuff like that, especially Nomar, because originally he's an original Avenger. Like he's Captain America, Thor, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
he was there. The Submariner.
Yeah,
everybody knows him.
But
and go ahead.
Okay, so I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for Black Panther with over 10,000 ratings?
78.
95%.
Damn.
Again, this is one of the biggest movies in the world. There are a lot of people that don't watch comic books to go see these movies. Like, that's why these movies are so big, because people who aren't even in the comic books love Marvel films. So, now, what is the critic score for this one?
68.
84.
Oh my gosh, what was their saying?
A poignant tribute that satisfyingly moves the franchise forward, Black Panther Wakanda Forever marks an ambitious and emotionally rewarding triumph for the MCU. I'm I'm 95 by the audience is really surprising for me, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why, but let's get into this.
So everybody, thank you for joining us for this part of it. If you don't want to see this, hear the spoiler is coming up next. Chris wants to jump into it really quick, so we will give you 5 seconds of the song, and then we're going to jump into this bitch and rip it apart.
It's a show by Chris. All right, spoiler.
Really
we need like spoiler music, don't we? Need to find like stinger music. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we need like a spoiler. We need a spoiler music. We'll
figure it out.
We'll find that later in life.
Yeah.
All right. So then, ask question number 1. What was your question?
Killmonger. What did you think about his sequence in the dream sequence? Did you know?
I thought it made sense.
Yeah.
She wants revenge. That was the person, because T'Challa was led by tradition, so he saw his father.
Mm-hmm.
She was led by revenge, so she saw Killmonger. Because you see the ex-Black Panthers, the ex-Kings, and that's why she didn't see any of the other ones, because it was like she wanted revenge and death, and
she was hoping to see. She was
burn.
hoping to see T'Challa, I think, in her dream, but she didn't get that.
Yeah, but she didn't get that. And in fact, that scene where she's like, I don't think it worked.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't think it worked. That is actually from the comics. Straightforward. Like, that was when she became the Black Panther, when T'Challa was injured. She literally was like, hey, yeah, that didn't work. And they're like, are you sure? And then she hits something and it's like freaking 100% like beats the shit out of it, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah.
So did you read the comic books with the storyline?
I've read some of it. There's a few of them that this one's based on. I mean, there's a few.
Yeah.
All right. One, they made it very clear this whole movie that Wakanda was fire, Nomar was water. Okay, let's talk about that right off the back. Let's talk about the Tolkiens, whatever. Yeah, whatever the hell they're calling them. All right. Do you know what they were originally, right?
Atlantans, right? From Atlantis, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Nomar, or the Submariner, came out many decades before this other character named Aquaman.
Yeah.
But Aquaman literally ripped off what
Nomar was. Yeah.
What Submariner is. Yeah. Except for put him in that orange and green outfit or whatever the heck they have him in. And so the studio is like, well, what do we do? And so they're like, well, hey, what if we base this like we're Mayans and the colonizers? So basically it's like the way it is one group went into hiding, being Nomar's group, and Wakandans actually were like, hey, this is how we deal with everybody. Like, they're dealing with everybody, the other one's in hiding, so I thought it was great reflections on that.
One versus the other, sort of like one everywhere and one nowhere. Gotcha.
And so, I mean, that was one of the biggest issues, was just like, man, I get it. I get why you did that. I don't know if I'm a fan of it, but I get why you did it. Like, I don't think he needed a nose ring. Yeah,
that was a little weird, right? Like I think they're just adding sort of like a, I just thought the character itself was not menacing or fierce. Like I was just like kind of underwhelmed by the character.
Yeah, I was very underwhelmed by the character, especially like being who the character is and all that stuff. Like,
and his Nike thing, the wings on his feet or whatever.
Well, that is the character. That is 100% the character. So don't you ever diss that.
I can disrespect things that characters are based on. It's fine.
Hey, I'm guessing you don't like Captain America's American flag either. All right.
No, I like his outfit. I just don't. I thought
that's what he looks like normally. That's him. That's Submariner. All right.
All right.
Now, also, there's no nose ring. There's no facial hair.
Okay, you didn't look.
And yes, he does bleed, and they did get that right, where he breathes oxygen through his skin.
He does.
So they did that well.
Okay.
All right, let's get into some of this. Suri prays to Bast, the goddess Bast, and tells her, hey, if she saved her brother, that she'd be more than happy to believe in her. And this is just trying to show Suri's on science level and not the mythology level. Well, Bast is a real thing because she was sitting in front of Thor in Thor Love and Thunder, like the row right in front of him. So that god exists.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a real person. Suri's timeline follows the comics, except there it was where T'Challa was mortally wounded. He didn't die. And did you know this? That all her science knowledge was actually given to her, or taught to her by T'Challa.
T'Challa, by the way.
T'Challa, I'm sorry. T'Challa is actually one of the 3 smartest people in the Marvel universe.
That makes sense to me. I feel like I saw that in the previous one, like how fucking smart he was. So, wait, hold on. Can I guess the other 2 people?
Yeah.
We got Professor X.
No.
He's not one of the smartest people in it.
No.
What about?
No, it is Professor X. Okay. It's Professor X.
And Bruce Banner, right?
No.
Who's the other one?
Reed Richards.
Huh?
Reed Richards.
Okay.
The first Marvel family, the Fantastic Four.
That's fine. Yeah, I got you. I believe you.
He created multiple dimension travel. Okay. He created the He's the one that created the things that take you to the multiverse.
Okay.
The comics.
All right.
He defeat Galactus, a planet eater.
So, do you think he's going to show up in the next Eternals movie?
No, he'll be in Fantastic Four, which will be out in like 24.
You're exactly excited for the actual good one.
Yeah, dude. I want to see who it is. But anyway, we got a lot, bro. So you better chill the fuck out.
Keep going.
Trevor Noah is the AI, if you didn't know that.
That makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, the AI that Siri uses, that's Trevor Noah's voice. That's Trevor Noah voicing that.
Basically Vision, yeah.
The story of reflection of Chadwick's journey, how they state that he did not give blood to Suri for tests to hide a disease, was like how Chadwick in real life actually hid his cancer from them and the public.
Yeah.
The portrait of Chadwick that you see on the side of the building,
yeah,
those words in Wakanda are "The Panther King forever lives in us," is what that says.
Cool.
The face dots that Suri uses are from the Shuri tribe of Africa. That's a thing. The mask they used that they were holding was actually the mask of the Black Panther from Civil War. U.S. and France being the 2 to go against Wakanda at the beginning makes sense, since U.S. destroyed the United States. When colonizers came to the United States, they destroyed the Mayan culture, and when France colonized Africa, they destroyed the African culture.
Fucking white people.
So that was
fucking white people.
right? All the time. They mentioned vibranium doesn't set off metal detectors, which we saw in the first film because they all went through metal detectors. The reach out programs were one of the centers was attacked in this movie that was built by T'Challa.
So in the comic books, do the Atlanteans, or I'm sorry, the Namor, do they actually have vibranium? Is that said in the comic books, or is this something made for the movie?
I think that's something made for the movie, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I tried to look it up, and it just, no one really gave me an answer on that.
Okay.
So, and Queen says she hears the whispers in tour because Black Panther 1, they say we already have spies embedded in every government of the world.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Submariner the Deeps. Comic book is what the submarine attack was based off of. That is actually a storyline in a comic book of Submariner going around, because Submariner in Marvel is very dude. He hates anybody that lives on the land, bro. He wants to kill them all. He wants to slaughter them. He wants to not make sure they have no babies. The ship that everybody was on at the beginning, where Lake Bell was on and all that, was called the Salazar, which is after the artist who created Black Panther, Edgar Salazar. They gave him the sirens. I don't know where that came from. The people were that was weird. That was weird. Now, the main female that was attacking from the Talkians was Namara, which is Nomar's cousin, and the big dude was Atama. The big blue guy is Nomar's chief rival for the throne and a power-hungry worshiper of the god Set. That is also trying to take the throne as well. So a god and him are best buddies, and they're both trying to take the throne all the time from Nomar.
It's Game of Thrones.
On the news scroller, when they had the CNN news, it said Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, aka Paul Rudd.
I saw that. Yeah.
It says, look out for the little guy. His autobiography is released now because in the upcoming Ant-Man, and even mentioned in the Miss Marvel TV show, Ant-Man has become the celebrity for the Avengers.
Yeah.
He's like the spokesperson.
He's so good looking.
He's the one everybody
I get it.
to now.
He's so good looking. I get it.
It's Paul Rudd, dude.
Yeah.
Nomar is based on the Mayan history of the Mesoamerican that controlled Central America for over 2,000 years. Kocha is the creature god of wind, rainstorms, and life. And Quetzalcoatl might be where they got the feather serpent guy from, where plenty back also Quetzalcoatl was also in Thor, Love, and Thunder. He was the big blue guy with all the feathers.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Baku, when entering, is eating a carrot. This is a callback from Black Panther, where they made the joke. He's like, I will feed you to my children. I'm just kidding. We're all vegetarians. Like
yeah. I like that.
So that was cool. Ross's wife was none other than Contosa Elguria Di Fanto, also known as the leader of the CIA, also the one that's helping collect the Thunderbolts, which is John Walker, U.S. agent so far, Alien Bolviad, the White Widow, and also Bucky Rogers, Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Ghost, Red Guardian from Black Widow. Literally, they're putting together the Thunderbolts. That's who they're putting together.
And that's why they have these characters introduced now, because they need to be somewhere. So here they are. Yeah.
Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, was a smart kid, bad neighborhood, Chicago. Parents killed by a drive-by. Her father was killed by a drive-by. Stepdad's car comic builds on her Iron Man suit while a student at MIT. Tony Stark went to MIT. In the comics, she filled in for Tony while he was in a coma, and even had a hologram talk to her that was Tony Stark would talk for her. So like nobody knew it was her. They made it so it's still Iron Man and Tony Stark would talk, which I'm guessing they're not going to do, because if they do that, he will overpower her.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way nobody will give a shit about her. Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah,
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Kaluuya.
Yeah. He isn't dead or anything. He just wasn't in the movie because he was filming another movie. Want to guess what that movie was?
The next Star Wars movie?
No, he was filming Nope.
Oh, Nope. Oh, he was filming Nope. Yeah. All right. I know he was filming Nope at that time. Another movie you have problems with.
Let's see. The traditional garb, that superhero, the supervillain behavior that when they're giving her Siri the dress or whatever, it's like that's supervillain behavior, because they do that in movies. In the three movies that she says is Beauty and the Beast, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, and Princess Leia, all properties owned by Disney. Says I am a mutant. Nomar says I am a mutant. Disney is now allowed to say mutant since they own Fox. If you notice, when they're swimming, they're using jet streams like they did in Finding Nemo.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where that kind of came from. That wasn't like a thing from the comic. That was like more of a Disney thing. Let's see. The ball game, which you see where they're throwing the ball through a concrete hoop.
Yeah.
That is actually the precursor to basketball.
Yeah, I saw that in Apocalypto. They played that game.
Yeah, that's an actual game. That's an actual game that used to play.
Yeah.
Just like in this movie, the colonizers were trying to frame the other tribes so they would fight against each other.
Yeah.
This was a common use back in the day when people would take over areas to be like, that tribe hates you. We just heard they hate you.
They were talking shit.
They were talking stuff on you.
Yeah.
The Imperious Rex is what they scream when they go into the battle. That's what they scream, what the submariner screams in the comic book. So that is a thing. Also, the next news segment says there's been a new agreement with New Asgard. So that's the battle. Shuri throws the word back at Baka when they're in battle. And M'Baka's right next to her. She says the words to her, "Oh, so now you're not afraid to listen to a child who likes technology." That's what he said about her in Black Panther during the fight.
Right.
Her suit, I already talked about why she saw Killmonger. Her suit had the dots painted on it and gold like Killmonger, symbolizing her rage. Literally, the weakness they use for Nomar is Aquaman's weakness. So that was kind of weird. Are you looking at your phone right now?
Yeah, my brother's like, who's gonna die? He's been calling me, like, blowing up my phone. So
okay, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Then we're almost done.
Yeah.
Riri gets Suri gives her the handshake like her and T'Challa used to do.
That's right. Yeah. I just noticed that. Yeah. I did write down handshake ? So
and then last but not least, Suri wants to concentrate more on sciences. That's why Baku looks like he might be taking the mantle as the Black Panther, or not as the Black Panther, but he said, I want to be the king, because as we find out in the end credit scene, T'Challa has a son named
T'Challa.
Yep. Which, hey man, that gives him
30 years to do
it,
this.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, he went through the quantum phaser thing, and now he's an adult.
I'd be fine with him about winning that suit at least once. Honestly.
Dude. Yeah, and that's literally it. I mean, do you have any questions about the movie that you had any?
No, man. It was just really long, and I was like, man, I really got
It's really long, and the problem that I had most with it was just the whole Nomar thing.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah. I like Nomar. I'm a fan of the original, Avengers.
You know why they
like
changed it, yeah.
But I understand why. Again, I understand why they changed it, because Aquaman already did it.
Yeah,
with all the Atlanteans and all that stuff. But literally, it was just like, dude, like, come on now, for reals.
Yeah,
for reals. And I didn't feel chemistry between the two antagonists. Between the protagonist and the antagonist.
Yeah, I didn't feel it wasn't there.
I didn't feel it. Like, I was like, oh shit, but I didn't feel it. But man, it's still a good movie. I'm gonna rewatch it again, as soon as it comes out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw it on in the background. I'm gonna, I'm probably gonna go watch Black Panther now, just because I haven't watched Black Panther since,
And you'll be like, oh, that's a good movie. But it's okay. This one was okay.
But that's it. So what did we plan on for next week? We got
the menu.
The menu, definitely the menu.
And
what was the movie that we wanted to see that we haven't seen yet, that's out on the platform?
There's just a ton of them, but I can't think of them right now.
By the end of the day, we'll figure that one out too.
I'm like so sleep deprived, so I'm just like dying right now.
Yeah, dude, I get it. I'm 100% sleep deprived. I don't know if I have to watch a pay-per-view from last night. There was a wrestling pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to go on any social media until then.
Okay.
Because I don't know if a new champion's been crowned or anything like that.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to find out. Yeah.
And I'm attached to everything that's wrestling on all platforms.
Yeah. All right, well,
and it's all your fault.
It's not my fault at all. But all right. I'll go.
Your fault.
You find us online at MoviesDon'tSuck.net. We're on Facebook at Facebook.com/podcast. We're on Twitter, NGS Podcast. We're on Instagram, NPS Podcast. You can email us at MoviesDon'tSuck.net or MoviesDon'tSuckPodcast@gmail.com. Go to Patreon.com/MoviesDon'tSuck. Go to Bonfire.com and search Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. Whenever you find podcasts, you find Movies That Don't Suck and Something to Do. Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, let us know. We'll be more than happy to advertise and get your information out there. Let us know, and we'll be more than happy to give you to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers. We want to make sure that you make the monies in your pocket.
All right.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
I'm Chris.
Now remember, guys, no matter how many times you're lost in an acid hallucination drug going through the members of all your old families, don't just hang out with the killmongers. Also hang out with the good people as well. Have a good night.